Hi little skeletons, it's Disney Queen Skelly here, and since we are nearing October at this point, I wanted to share an experience that I had with you guys, and it's something that I never thought I would ever do in my entire life, but because of hubby, I kind of felt like eventually one day it was going to happen. So here is my story of how I experienced Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood for the very first time in my life. Now, as you guys know, I love horror movies. I adore horror movies. At time of recording, hubby and I are trying to plan a day to go see Malignant, which is the new James Wan film, or not James Wan. Yeah, James Wan, right? He's the one who did Saw. It's a new James Wan film, and we know if it's James Wan, we are fucking screwed. And I am so excited to see it because of how hyped it's been and, you know, how incredible it actually looks. But, you know, as in terms of just horror movies in general, I love watching them. They're like one of my favorite things to watch. But with that, I hate personally experiencing the horror. I don't like being thrown in the middle of it. The fact that I've done Knott's Scary Farm twice is beyond my knowledge of how I was actually able to accomplish that. But I did it. I didn't like it too much, but I did it. I've done 2 mazes. And I haven't really done any mazes since my first time going to Scary Farm, which was with Harley Baby. So this year, with all of the scary shit coming back, 17th Door, Horror Nights, Scary Farm, Fright Fest, I think that's what Six Flags calls it, something like that. I don't know. I don't really keep track of Six Flags. I don't like going anyways. It'd be a waste of money for me, to be quite honest with you. But with all that coming back, obviously hubby was like super excited to go to these things, and he really wanted to take me. So I already agreed that I'd go to Scary Farm, which he bought his ticket already without me. Anyway, not gonna get salty about that. We were gonna plan a different day to go anyways. But we also were talking about doing horror nights. And I really wanted to go to the one in Florida because they're doing a Beetlejuice maze, which was something we were supposed to have last year, but obviously COVID, and then we were supposed to have it again this year, but it got replaced. I don't know what maze replaced it, if I'm being entirely honest with you, but it got replaced. So I just still decided to go because I wanted to get practice in for Florida, and hubby thought it would be a good idea. So we got the tickets for opening night, which was pretty terrifying. We met up with his buddies beforehand so we could eat and drink, and I did have a drink because I wanted to feel a little numb going in, not like totally inebriated, but just wanted to feel okay before walking inside the park. And when we were at the gate for early entry at 5:30, I was like, oh, I am not ready. But we walked in, and I told the guys about the bet that hubby and I had going on, and I won. The bet was if I was able to stay the whole night, that I would be able to wax his legs. And sure as shit, I made it till the end of the night. So the guys kept me there. We went through Texas Chainsaw Massacre first after doing some rides until about, I think, 6:30. And we went to Texas Chainsaw Massacre first. That was definitely one of my favorite mazes. It's number 2. I'll tell you what number 1 is in a bit. But after that we went through The Exorcist, and that's my least favorite. It was so scary. I did not like it one bit. I wouldn't even go through it again if I were to go to Horror Nights again, which I really do want to go again, but I will never ever go through The Exorcist maze again. And then after that we went upstairs, and we ended up doing Bride of Frankenstein, which is number 1 on my list of the mazes. It was so good, not to mention the bride was pretty freaking hot, not gonna lie. She was pretty fucking cute, and it was such a great maze. It was beautiful. She was amazing. We were like doing banter with her. It was just really fun overall. I liked that maze. And not to mention, when we walked out, there was a Dia de los Muertos section, and I got to take a picture with one of the girls who looked like a beautiful, I don't know if there's like a name for them, but she had like a calavera painted face, and she looked so gorgeous. It was super fun, and she was so nice. And after that we went through the Walking Dead maze, which used to be a year-round thing way long ago, like pre-COVID. But it kind of went away after a while, and honestly I'm glad it did. It was the first ever maze I walked through like growing up, and I was 19 when I went through it. It was okay. I mean, going through it now, it was kind of boring. It's like right above Exorcist because at least it was tolerable to walk through. Then after that came, I believe it was Halloween 4 that we walked through, and literally all of his friends were like joking about how it's like, oh, Michael Myers, and then Michael Myers, and then Michael Myers, and literally that's the entire maze. It was Michael Myers, next room, Michael Myers, next room, Michael Myers, and then it's like the final scene you would walk through, and it was just like statues of Michael Myers, and you couldn't even tell which ones were actors. It was pretty cool, not gonna lie. Then we went on the Terror Tram before we actually did any of the other mazes on the upper lot, and it was really cool because they did the Ultimate Purge this year, which hubby and I have nicknamed the Yeehaw Purge because literally, if you guys have seen the ad, it's all cowboys and cowgirls and shit like that, and it's just, oh my god, it's fucking nuts. But we went through this Yeehaw Purge maze type thing. It wasn't really a maze, it was just they dropped us off at the back lot. We got to walk through. You could take a picture with Norman Bates if you wanted to, but that line was really fucking long, and they didn't have any express lane passes for that, or express pass lanes for that, so we just didn't really bother taking a picture with Norman Bates. So we walked through, and then after that we came back on the tram, walked upstairs, and they were doing like they were advertising the new Chucky series that's supposed to come out, I think in October if memory serves me correctly. I am really, really excited to watch it. I have heard mixed things about it in terms of what the content will be, but overall I do want to check it out for myself because in the end, you know, you got to make your own opinions about things. I feel like I'm missing a couple of mazes because I know I'm missing a couple of mazes. We went through a lot of the scare zones, which was cool. We went through basically hell, and I loved the stilt walkers. They were so fucking tall. Oh, I remember the other two mazes. The Haunting of Hill House, which was okay. I feel like it could have been done a lot better. And then Pandora's Box, which was a big no for me. I loved how it looked. It just was not something I'd ever walk through again. It scared me too much. The beginning of it, you walk through, you enter the main room, and this guy's like, he holds out his hand like this, like stop, and then then there's like Pandora who's saying like unleash the powers of Hades, and this like door opens, and all of us were like hell no, because we thought something was gonna jump out at us or something. But overall, my experience at Horror Nights was really good. I would definitely go again. I love it. I want to go next year and the year after. It was so much fun, especially having that big group with us. It was like there was 7 of us, and I was really the only girl, but it was so much fun. We express laned almost everything, except for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We waited in that line because it was only like 30 minutes. It didn't really matter. But it was so much fun. I would definitely do it again. I told hubby that I wanted to get the frequent fear pass because I want to go more often with him, which I think would be a lot of fun. And not to mention, despite having to wear masks inside the mazes, I don't really think that matters. Some mazes do have plexiglass in them just for safety purposes, but overall, this whole thing was absolutely incredible. I want to take Harley Baby. We even discussed going sometime soon, and I can't wait to figure out when we're gonna do that and I told her, I was like, I'm not going through Pandora's Box or The Exorcist again. You and hubby can go through that. I am personally not wanting to experience that again. But if you guys have gone to Horror Nights already, or if you've gone to previous Horror Nights, let me know your favorite year in the comment section down below, and even what you thought about this year. I'd love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, little skeletons. Stay safe, and I love you guys.